Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Elders GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Today is going to be a GMS special, which is open forum. We have some special guests here. We have the GMS Texas camp, or one of the camps in Texas, because there's many camps in Texas. And we also have the leader of the Atlantic camp with us today as well. And basically, like I said, this is a GMS special, which is an open forum, and we're just going to roll with the spirit. I don't have nothing to say. I'm just going to pass the mic and let you brothers roll.
Hey, well, basically, you know, if you've been paying attention, there's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of prophecy, a lot of events that are happening. You know, we recently did a sit down, you know, talking about that time period between April 19th and May 1st, and you know, obviously y'all saw the elders do the same. So I guess, you know, if you can get Psalm 64. You know, I know people like General Yohana and all them other people, like years ago, this guy, Barak Shah Nate, was getting on the elders about going into the Illuminati and what does that have to do with the scriptures? It got everything to do with the scriptures. Everything that happens in the world got something to do with the scriptures. Okay? The scripture says to be not ignorant in any matter, small or great. Okay.
Yeah, man, this is like the brother said, man, it matters, man, you know? And basically that's a cheap cop-out when a nigga does that because he's lazy. He don't want to do no studying, you know? He don't want to do no laboring, man. But this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so you're supposed to know about Satan. Is not Esau, the so-called white man, Satan, the children of Satan? All right, and what's one of his, the main device that they got now is the microchip. And that's why a lot of you niggas, Satan's going to get advantage of you, man. He's going to shoot that chip right in your ass because why? You didn't want to deal with the Illuminati. You didn't want to study, you know, you didn't want to study and watch the videos and everything like that, man. All right, so like the brother said, it has a lot to do with everything, man, with the truth. Right, come, I'll read it one more time. It said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All these different policies that they're making up, these Patriot Acts. They're talking about well, in New York, they've been having this thing called what? Stop and frisk. Yeah, stop and frisk. Right? And they got a lot of jakes going up in roar. We're not surprised about that. See, these jakes are getting caught off guard. It's going to be worse than that. And Raymond Kelly the other day, he basically just chumped you so-called niggas, man. Yeah, him and Bloomberg, right? Right. He said, look, man, the reason why the stop and frisk happens to mostly blacks and Latinos is because the majority of the crime is committed by you niggas. That's what he said. And he said if you want to look at the ratio of how many Negroes and Latinos are stopped and frisked, it's really under. It should be more you niggas that should be stopped and frisked. This is what the white man told you, said about you niggas, man.
Can I say something? Which showed that they're full of shit because among the men that deal with little boys are white men. And that goes on all around the country because they have this thing on Channel 4 to catch a predator, and they got that one tall cracker, Chris Hansen, and they'll get like this young chick that'll go online, and she'll be talking. Yeah, I'm only 13 years old, and yes, I like older men. So the guy's writing, you know, his name might be Joe Ramrod or something like that, some stupid, you know. Some stupid name, and then but it'll be acknowledged. You know, some stupid. It's always some stupid name. I'm not saying it to make a joke, but it's true. So they'll say, yeah, I dealt with young girls. I dealt with 12-year-old girls. You know, and are you really 13? You know, and you're a girl. Okay, I'm going to get with you. Your mother, make sure your mother's not there. Then all of a sudden he'll come there, and then you can hear her in the back. Okay, just sit down, just, you know, relax yourself. There's some lemonade on the table. And then she'll come out with some shorts on, and she'll wave, and then I get the guy even more aroused. And then basically this guy, Chris Hansen walks out the door. He'll say, "How you doing?" No, sit down, sit down, sit down. I just want to talk to you. Didn't you? Yeah. I gotta go. I said, "No, you don't gotta go. Just sit down. You said yeah. What you doing with the condoms? Is your name Joe Ramrod and whatnot? Did you speak to Trixie? And did she not? No, well, I didn't know how old she was. No, here it is. Let me get the laptop. There's a transcript. You said, yes, you had dealt with 12-year-old girls and all that. And basically, they'll rush out the door and the cops are there ready to tackle them down, right? And anytime this guy, Chris Hansen, sets that up, he's going to catch it. It's like catching fish. You throw that line out there, you're going to catch a fish. You might have to wait a couple of minutes. So he knows that. A lot of those guys, and basically, if they did it with a little boy, they'll catch more guys. So now if it works in that particular state, why don't you use that model to make it work throughout the whole country? Because we know that there's child molesters out there. We know that there's grown, mainly white men that are into little young boys. Mambler, right? The Man Boy Love Association, whatever.
Yeah, I think they got is this on?
It's on. As long as this is up. As long as that switches up.
Yeah, they got NAMBLA or ManBLA.
ManBLA,
like
yep.
It's called Man Boy Love Association.
Yep, that's right. That's
you
right.
You go on a website.
That's right.
There's a website for it. Yeah, nobody says nothing about that, but
But the reason why is because they're white men.
Right.
They're mostly men that are CEOs, CFOs, bank presidents, principals, fire chiefs, judges, lawyers. They're top prominent white men. That's why they're not concerned, but they always say they're concerned about little boys and little girls, right? So why don't they just make that thing nationwide? They won't do that because, like I said, if they did that and they locked all those people up, you wouldn't have no white men out here. They'll all be locked up. Another thing, you got bars all over the place, man. And I guarantee you, tonight, you're going to have a handful, you're going to have hundreds of people, thousands of people that's going to leave bars sloppy drunk. They're going to get in the car and they're going to drive drunk. And chances are they might make it home. Chances are they might have a fender bender. Chances are they might crash and kill a couple of people, man. So why don't they have cops stationed at every bar? Or why don't they deputize the bartender to say, as soon as you see somebody staggering out that thing and they go to their car, it's your duty to call the cops. They're not going to do that because guess what? If they did that, most of these white people would be in jail. So that's all bullshit about you getting on them. And yes, there are black kids out there and Latino kids that start trouble, but white kids do the same goddamn thing. The reason why you're doing that is because you're the motherfucking devil, man. Go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, when we bring it out in Dallas all the time, we have people that actually walk out with the drink in their hand, sloppy drunk, to the camp, and the police are just sitting there waiting on us like we gonna pounce on them. Why you ain't saying nothing about that? They took me. So. It did in New York. Didn't they pass legislation where the computers could have child porn on it? There was like a bill they passed where government workers could have a judge ruled that they could have child porn on their because they were finding so much child porn on all the damn computers. You the devil, man.
Yeah, I got a scripture for you. I got a scripture. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto thee that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's basically what they're doing. All right, we're the fatherless, of course. All right, we're the needy, we're the poor. But they pouncing on our people, trying to come down, and then, you false prophets out there, y'all want to say, okay, well, these guys are not the devil, the white man. Basically, when you say the chip is not the mark of the beast, you're saying the white man is not the devil. That's what you're saying, because that's one of his devices. That's what we really started talking about. That's one of Esau's main devices.
That's it, right. Keyword main. That's his main. That's the main prophecy. Which, going back to this demon, Nate, the general.